Disappointment. The only word strong enough to describe what the Acolyte is. Back in 2012, when Disney bought Star Wars, many of us had dreams. Dreams of epic Star Wars stories, continuing the legacy George Lucas built. Fast forward 12 years, and what do we get? This. A show that turns a galaxy far, far away into a mockery of its former glory.
If you only knew the power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
No! No!
The Acolyte was supposed to be the next big Star Wars series, but it is worse than anything Disney Plus has churned out since launch. It might not blatantly contradict lore like the Kenobi series, but it suffers from nonsensical writing and the stiffest acting I've seen in years. The story? It's a mess. Set before the prequels, it starts with a Jedi Master's murder. Sounds like a classic whodunit. Wrong. Within the first episode, it's revealed the murderer is a Sith-trained twin named May. But guess who gets blamed? Her long-lost sister, Osha. After a confusing who's who chase, Osha tries to stop May's murderous rampage against random Jedi. And the climax? A parent trap switcheroo. Osha, disillusioned, joins the Sith, while May has a memory wipe and becomes a good guy. You can go about anywhere to find a more engaging story than this. But the real crime is the characters. Osha and May are paper thin. We learn nothing about them, their motivations, or why they should even matter. May wants revenge on Jedi who destroyed her witchy upbringing, but then she doesn't. Why? Because she finds out about Osha? Osha, meanwhile, has no clear path until she learns her Jedi mentor killed one of her moms. Speaking of the death of one of her moms, here's another lore-breaking kick in the teeth. 2 whole flashback episodes dredge up this tragedy. 4 Jedi, fearing for the twins' safety, confront the witch cult May grew up with. Instead of trying to talk things out, the Jedi way, the witches apparently, the good guys here, attack with the dark side. The Jedi defend themselves naturally. Mommy Anastasia, in a bizarre CGI transformation, tries to kill May, forcing Sol, Osha's mentor, to take her down. But the script paints him as the villain. He dies later, remembered as a flawed man. Flawed? He did what anyone would do in that situation. And the disrespect for Star Wars lore doesn't end there. Showrunner Leslie Headland throws out the virgin birth that made Anakin Skywalker special. Apparently, the twins are the first Force-born, a single consciousness split in 2. Whether or not you think the concept is cool, it's wasted on uninteresting characters. The Acolyte feels like a betrayal of everything that made Star Wars special. When I was a kid and first saw Luke Skywalker staring up at those twin suns, it ignited a spark of wonder in me. The Force wasn't just a power, it was a beacon of hope, a call to fight for what's right. Now, they turn Jedi into these conflicted figures and make the villains seem sympathetic. It's like they took everything I loved about the original trilogy and twisted it into this unrecognizable mess. Lightsaber fights used to be ballets of light and elegance. Now they're just awkward martial arts with glow sticks. I miss the simple good versus evil, the clear heroes and villains. This moral ambiguity seen in the Acolyte may be trendy these days, but it just feels cynical and hollow in Star Wars. The Acolyte left me feeling like a kid who unwrapped a toy on Christmas morning only to find a lump of coal inside. The action in the Acolyte is no better. Think a lightsaber fight choreographed by someone who just saw The Matrix. Forget the elegant duels of the prequels, this is just glorified glow-stick whacking. Deaths feel meaningless with no emotional weight or stakes. Watching The Acolyte has been an exercise in frustration. Plot holes galore, no overarching message, and worst of all, a complete disregard for George Lucas's vision. The Jedi are the villains, morality is gray. Anastasia sums it up for the audience when she says, "This isn't good versus evil, it's about power. No hope, just nihilism." I'm torn between not wanting a second season and then again wanting one, so I can view from afar and laugh at the hilarity of it all. If you need something to cleanse the Acolyte from your system, go watch House of the Dragon, Cobra Kai, or even original classics like The Godfather, or the original Star Wars trilogy. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Where does Star Wars go from here? Time will tell.